So I'm really thinking, because I've been having the hardest time with this way of eating. I mean, I'm not having such a hard time that I'm completely giving up. I'm just having a hard time because, you know, it's not normal for Americans to do this, and I wasn't raised this way per se. I was raised to think in terms of moderation, and, you know, eat healthy and clean, but not no animal products whatsoever, ever. No oil, ever. I mean, kind of have an Italian background, and olive oil is just a part of life. I'm thinking about, like, the stages of grief when you lose, like, a massive part of what you've done for your whole life. And at first, I think it starts with anger. Like, you're just so pissed that to learn that the meat industry is paying off scientists to do studies on how much protein we need. And they've been doing it for years. And then to learn that the oil industry is paying off scientists to tell people that oil is good for your heart, to do these studies to show that oil is good for your heart. Or, you know, that the dairy industry wants you to think that that's the only place you can get calcium and vitamin D for your bones and stuff like that. I mean, how long did they think this would go on? And then there's this anger that rises inside of you because you're not healthy, and you've been doing the things that you thought would make you healthy. I need protein. I need a slab of steak. So I'm going to eat that. And yeah, it's delicious and I enjoy it. But I'm doing what's right for my body, right? And I love milk. I mean, it's in everything. Ice cream. You know, the sugar's the problem. So, whatever. So there's anger there. And I started out with a pretty good motivation of anger. I mean, I was pissed. And then there's, like, a sadness that kind of creeps over you because, you know, you've lost all this normal food that you have to eat. You get kind of depressed because things are a little harder now, they feel more expensive now, even though it's technically not. It's just, I think that what we go through with expense is that when the sadness gets twisted up with bargaining, and so we've got, you know, we're sad because we've lost all these foods, but if we can just replace them with something else that tastes the same or almost the same, like we're talking mayonnaise and carrot dogs, you know, hot dogs, which are cheap and delicious, by the way. But, you know, they're not really replacements. There are other things that taste good too. But I think that we have to stop looking to replace everything and just focus on the abundance of the things that we can have. Now, it is hard to replace garlic toast smothered in oil and crispy when it comes out of the oven. It's hard to replace that. Or to replace the frying. I mean, I've bought an air fryer, you know, and without oil, it's dry. So you do have to smother in some sort of compliant sauce. I mean, and then it's the sauces. So you spend a lot of money trying to replace all these things. So you've got anger, then you've got depression, then you've got bargaining, and then you've got denial, which is like cheating, I think, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, oh, cheese can't be that bad. It can't be that bad. So you go through Domino's and you get just a cheese pizza with the butter garlic crust on it. And you eat like 4 pieces and you're full because your body's pretty satisfied with the way you've been eating so far. So you're like, oh, I only ate 4 pieces. That's not too bad. And then like 45 minutes later, you get an abundance of heartburn. And you're like, oh my gosh. Okay, they were right. That was stupid. Because that's like the first sign that you're eating a food that's not good for you. Is the heartburn. At least for me. I don't know. Maybe you're different. So you're like, I can't even cheat. Because I've cheated with chocolate and that has ended up bad. Like, sore stomach for 3 days bad after getting sick. And I don't know what it is because I'm not a scientist, but once you get, it's like you can keep feeding yourself poison and your body kind of tolerates it for a while. And then once you cut the poison off and then you introduce it back, it's like, look at how poisonous this is to you. And your body's just rejecting it because it's not healthy anymore. I mean, it wasn't healthy before, but your body was kind of tolerating it. But now you can't even tolerate it. And so, denial doesn't work. So you've got the 5 stages. Depression, anger. Well, I think anger starts first, but anger, depression, bargaining, and denial. And then the final one is acceptance. I'm trying to do my best with this acceptance. But it's becoming hard for me because of all the other stages I've been going through with the way of eating. Not wanting to let go of some cheese, not wanting to let go of some chocolate, not wanting to let go of some oil. You know, saying, oh, just a little bit won't hurt me. And then not seeing the scale move. It's becoming hard for me. It's like I'm tricking myself into thinking I can't possibly accept this because it's not doing for me what I wanted to do, which is lose copious amounts of weight really fast. And I'm not stupid. I read. And I know that the maximum weight loss program is not cheating. It's not cheese. It's not oil. It's not chocolate. Hey, anything that starts with a ch should be pretty bad. Except for chickpeas. Chickpeas are good, I guess, in moderation. But like, no chocolate, no cheating, no cheese. You should rethink the ch's every time you chiz. Make a good choice. Okay, I'm going off on a tangent. Anyways, so I'm having a hard time with acceptance because of the little cheating I'm allowing. And because of the cheating, or whatever threshold I've reached, I think Dr. Barnard said it, that we don't plateau, we reach like a threshold, and that we have to modify to get past it. I don't want to modify anymore, but I'm going to. I mean, I am being a spoiled brat about this. I don't want to give up certain things. But I've lost 22 pounds, and here I sit weeks after losing those pounds thinking that I can still eat exactly the same to lose more weight, and it's not, obviously not possible. So from now on, I am not going to let them put mayonnaise on my sandwich, and I made my own. Actually, I'll show you. It's really good. And yes, I am replacing to the best of my ability, even though it is a different product. It doesn't taste like exactly like mayonnaise, but I made miso mayo. That's what I call it, miso mayo. I don't know. It's tofu, miso tofu. I don't know. Whatever. It's what I made. It's creamy, it's delicious, it's got a little salt to it. It makes me happy. And it's not egg or dairy or whatever. So, or oil. There's no oil in it. I actually added a little bit of oil-free tahini to it. It's got a pretty decent texture. It'll last 5 days in the fridge. Anyways, I'm going off on another tangent. But yes, I am going to replace a couple of things. Like no more mayonnaise, no more allowing them, you know, I think to myself, oh, it's been a long day and I just don't have time to make myself something. So I'm just going to go through this place and I'm going to get that. And oh, a little bit of mayonnaise won't hurt me. And my little denial. But I'm not going to do that anymore. So I'm going to be really good and I'm going to treat myself a lot better than I have been. And I'm going to drink a ton more water because my skin is looking dry. Like, I don't know if you can see it. It probably doesn't look bad here. Right now I put lotion on today. I don't want to have to put lotion on. It kind of clogs up my pores. But anyways, I've just been getting kind of wrinkly feeling. And I know I need to drink a bunch more water. And I really appreciate my group. I really appreciate, you know, McDougall friends. I really do. Sometimes when in the beginning I was like, what is this, a cult? I mean, we can't do anything. But then I've read some of the administrators' posts like, look, this is life and death for some people. And you know, I'm not at the point in my life where it's life and death for me every day. But it is life and death if you think about it, because you don't want to slowly kill yourself. We're all going to die. Everybody knows that. It's a 100% chance of death at the end of the road of this thing. But what kind of quality of life do I want? Do I want heartburn and lethargy and chunkiness at the pool or at the beach, or not running around with my kids? I don't want that, guys. So anyway, I just kind of needed to do this as a therapy video for me. Maybe somebody else can cling to what understand what I'm saying. I need an outlet, okay? I need an outlet. I'm not saying that I'm going to cheat or that I'm going to eat oil. I'm saying that this is how I'm overcoming it. Because it's hard. And I have been having a really hard time. And it shows on the scale. And you can't just get away with it. And I agree. And I haven't been watching a lot of McDougall videos like I used to, so I'm probably going to watch some today. It really helps motivate me to remember why. But sometimes he's a little stinker sometimes. He gets a little strong, but I know why. Because he's mad. He's angry. Because there are liars out there that want to take advantage of us. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be lied to anymore. Peace, love, God bless on your journey. Let's do this thing.